I know everybody probably does this, and now I'm going to do it. I got a Specta Mini Drone. I've never flown a drone before. I've only flown RC airplanes, like way back in the day with my dad. So this is the very first flight. You just push a button and it takes off, and it hovers there and gives you a minute to catch up to what's going on. This is me literally going through the in-flight tutorial of how to fly it as you go up, down, turn left, turn right, strafe left, strafe right, forward and backwards. So I'm being really cautious because I'm not sure how responsive it's going to be, but it's plenty responsive. I've got this set in normal mode. I didn't even put it in Cine, which is Cine mode is like the slower flight mode. So I kept it in normal. I haven't tested out sport yet. I just really wanted to do this without wrecking it. And so this is the initial flight tutorial. It has you go up, down, do all the cardinal directions and then land it. And it sort of has this auto landing thing. It senses the ground so you can't just smack it into the ground, which is really nice. And I'm recording this in 1080 60 FPS because that's what I'm going to be using the most. I don't anticipate really needing the 4K, but I will be filming in 4K, but most of the stuff that I do is going to be 1080. So that was it. Like, I felt pretty good about it, and here I am. I'm just going to shoot it up, and everything works like it should, and it was pretty easy to control. It's a bit quirky powering it up and getting everything connected. Like, there's definitely, like, I didn't unlock my phone to plug when I plugged in the controller, so that was weird. You can see Mount Washington in the distance there. That's interesting. But yeah, so your phone has to be unlocked for it to detect it, of course. But it took me a minute to figure that out. And my controller didn't power off initially. That was kind of weird after these flights. I had to re-plug it in and calibrate it, and then I could power it off. But yeah, no matter what I did, I couldn't power off my controller. But it's working now. I did a recalibration, and I did a firmware update, and everything seems to be okay. See Tuka the Wonder Dog down there. He's absolutely going nuts. And I didn't realize that it doesn't record audio, but of course it doesn't record audio because you just hear rotor noise. So I don't know why I thought it would have audio. I don't know. I'm a dip. But the video just really looks great. I mean, 60 FPS, of course, and the controls feel natural. When I get up, I notice that when I get up high, like over 50, 60 feet, I feel disconnected. You can see me looking at it here. I feel a lot more comfortable because I learned to fly RC planes. Like when I'm looking at it, it feels natural. Looking in my phone screen to fly it feels disconnected. And especially when you get up there like 70 feet or so, I really feel disconnected to it because I can't hear it. And I'm not exactly sure where it is in relationship to myself. So it's strange to rely on the phone screen to fly instead of visual connection. So, I mean, you're always supposed to have a line of sight, and I tried to do that. But at some point, you have to rely on the screen to fly this thing. So here I am taunting the dog, of course, and I think he's having fun. I don't know. So I have this path around the entire house snow blowed out for the four-wheeler and the dog, and I wanted to just try to fly around the house with the drone, just looking at the screen without seeing the drone. This was okay. It was tricky. There's a lot of glare on the screen because you can see it's super sunny. And when I get to this corner of the house, there's a tree there, and I realize that I can't really tell where I am in relationship to the branches. I can kind of get a feel for where I am with the relationship to the roof, but yeah, you see I get a little close to those branches there, and I'm not really confident in going through there. So the nice thing is you can just leave it alone, you can walk around and you can come find it. So I push up and I choose to go over the top of the roof instead, which is probably the right decision to make. I do eventually walk with it around there, and I think with some practice I could get a lot more comfortable with judging where the drone is in relationship to the things I'm seeing on the screen. I mean, I've only done this for a few minutes. This is like the entirety of it, right? So this is maybe a 10-minute flight. I don't know, however long this is. But so I've only been in the air for like 2 or 3 minutes at this point, and I'm like, yeah, I can do that. I mean, it's easy to get cocky, but like you get that disconnection, and you just got to be cognizant of like there's stuff around the drone, right? So, and it's even hard to tell exactly how far I was from that tree without. So I brought it down where I could see it again and catch up with what was happening. And it's, and I know this was like probably dumb, but I was like, hey, how high, how close am I to the roof? And I'm here, I'm like being over the roof and looking at it with my eyes and looking in the screen to try to get a feel of distance. And I think that's going to be key, doing that a bunch and just getting the feel of it. But honestly, even after just a few minutes, I was able to land this on the hood of my truck. You know, and I could just pop it right in. You can land it on a dime once you get used to it. I didn't get the return to home to work. Regardless of whether or not it reset, it always says it resets. And when I would go into the menu to return to home, it wasn't there. It would just land. It just wanted to land where it was instead of returning to home. So I need to figure that out, because it's easy to get disoriented when you're up high and spinning around, and then like, oh, where am I in relationship to the drone, and without using the map. So yeah, I think that return to home is going to be pretty important. Overall, 10 out of 10. I mean, this video looks great. I can't wait to film my TV show with this and use it for B-roll. I mean, I have zero complaints. My very first flight was this is it, like 5 minutes or so. I mean, I clipped a little bit out, and I was able to confidently bring it in, bring it back to a landing, and recover it. Yeah, what a great experience.